Hello everyone. So I have a bit of a fun video right now that I just wanted to post because I thought it was fun. I did one of those MyHeritage DNA kits, and I got some really interesting results that I never expected. I'm sorry, wasn't looking at the camera. But yeah, I got some really interesting results, things that I definitely didn't expect, especially some things that I did expect that didn't come out of it as well. Um, Also, some things I hoped would be there also weren't, but that's okay. It was definitely very, very surprising. Um, yeah, let me turn the camera around so you can see the screen. So, as you can see, apparently I'm 11.4% Italian, which is something I never in my life would have expected. That's definitely really, really funny to find out. Like, what in the world? Um, so yes, I did know that I would be part American because my biological father, is American. So yeah, over 10,000 matches and over 3,000 matches in the UK, France, Germany, Sweden, Netherlands, of course. I never expected to have only 1,500 people in the Netherlands that I would be connected to or matched with, especially considering the fact that I live here and that I believed my mother's family to be mostly Dutch. But yeah, this is definitely interesting. Australia, never expected that. 1,100, never expected that. So yeah, there's a lot in here, especially European. But yes, the American one was absolutely very much expected. But it's really weird to find out about the Italian part. I never in my life would have suspected like 11.4%. That's kind of crazy to me. 11.4% Italian. So yeah, another thing it will show is risks. Risks? What in the world? Risks. So apparently I have a heightened risk for diabetes. Let me see if I can. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to have this on English, which apparently did not work. But yeah, so apparently I have a high risk for diabetes type 2, which I know because I'm overweight, of course. Alzheimer's, yeah, that's kind of scary, but on the other hand, if I don't know I'm dying, nah, just try and see the upside of things, I suppose. I mean, of course, Alzheimer's is absolutely scary, but it's okay. So breast cancer, high blood pressure, sickness of Crohn, really. So this one says I have a genetic kind of thing for being bigger, being a fatty, which I am, with and a high BMI. I mean, that kind of goes together, so obviously. Um, the rest is all normal, just in the normal ranges, heart sickness and stuff like that, osteoporosis. And yeah, macular degeneration is also lowered, so I have a lower risk than most people, I suppose. I don't know how to pronounce this in English. But it seems like everything else is normal. And I don't want to show my name, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't trust anyone in here, but I don't like my name on it and I don't know how to blur it, so please ignore it. But yes, diabetes type 2, apparently high risk, Alzheimer's high risk, breast cancer is slightly higher risk, just like high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, and being heavy, but I am heavy, so that's kind of stupid that they put it in here, but alright. So yes, I find this definitely to be very interesting. It's very different. I never expected any of that. Especially when you look at the chart, like you can see which places he can come from. I do have DNA matches in England, but I don't have any English DNA or British DNA, as it were, I suppose. I also suspected some Norwegian and stuff like that, which also wasn't in my DNA, which is really, really strange to hear. Like, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, but the Italian part, that kind of threw me off. Yeah, I've never in a million years thought that that would be the case. Like 11% Italian, all right. Okay. But yeah, I do recommend for everybody who can afford this to do something like this. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Oh, it also shows, by the way, if you have sickle cell disease or you're a carrier of sickle cell disease and stuff like that, which I did not show. I'm sorry about that. But I'm currently not a carrier of anything, it seems. So let me show this. So all of this, like, I'm sorry, it's not in English. It's supposed to be, but for some reason my page will not translate. But yeah, so that's kind of all interesting, and you can see all of this. So even if you don't want to do the DNA test to find family or something like that, which I did it to find family, even if you don't do it, you can get a lot out of this DNA test. I'm so sorry for the squeaks. It's the desk. So yeah, I'm not farting. It's very unfortunate. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so that's kind of something. So even if you don't want to do a DNA test to find out which side you come from or something like that, which is really fun to find out. Yeah, the health thing is definitely worth it, because now I know I'm at risk for Alzheimer's, and I know that I need to pay attention to that and make all the memories that I have. Again, it doesn't mean that I will get it. It's a high risk. It's very high risk, which is scary and unfortunate, but you know, I thought I'll know it, so tried to find the positive side. Besides, they are really doing well in developing stuff for, you know, those type of diseases. They are really doing well in research and things like that, so I'm not as worried. I'm not as scared about it. It is scary though, but I'm not as scared. So yeah, I hope you found this informational. I hope you found this fun, I suppose. I mean, I definitely thought that it was kind of really interesting, and yeah, it's what? Yeah, so it's really different than what I expected, and yeah, I really recommend it. And if you do this test, which by the way, it's not sponsored or anything, but if you do this test, please let me know, because I would love to see it if you make a video about it. It's so interesting, it's so fun. Like, how could I have ever, nah. The things that it showed me is like, okay, that's definitely interesting. Yeah, so that's kind of funny. And you can also see, let me switch it around. I need to be careful with showing my name, because yeah, I know I've shown my name a couple of times now. I didn't mean to do that. It's not that I don't want people to know my name necessarily. It's more like I don't want people to know where I live, if you know what I mean, because I've had some stalkers before, on a different platform though. but yeah. So here you can see some of the fun things like whatnot. So Pennsylvania, New York is kind of big. This is like a really big part right here where most of my DNA matches are. And then over here you can see the highlighted marks, but this is only 2%. So the Jewish part is only 2%, so yeah. But then there's this part which is 4%, Middle Eastern. Never could have guessed that either, even if it is only 4%. Italy 11.4. Northern West European, all of this is connected and is like saying 79.5%. So yeah, this is kind of interesting. Irish, Scots and Welsh. Irish, Scottish and Welsh is like 2.9%, which I don't know, I'm a little bit sad about that. I thought that would be higher, or at least I hoped it would be higher. As well as I wish that Norway would have been there and Sweden, and all of that. I'm a really big fan of the whole Viking thing. Not in a way of what they did and stuff like that, but I really, yeah, I enjoyed the show and stuff like that. And, okay, I'm getting weird now, but you get the point, right? It was like, yeah, a really cool background and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm a little bit stunned about my results. So yeah, I really recommend for everybody to try this because it really is a lot of fun. Anyway, I wish you a good day or evening or morning, I suppose, whatever it is. And I love you and I see you next time. See you guys.